Jesus even said that he had been given all authority. Do you remember? At the end of Matthew 28, the key passage, the marching orders, the way every church gets their mission statement, what every church is to be about. In Matthew 28, what does he start off with? He gathers his key disciples on a mountaintop, and what does he say first to them? He says, hey, I want you to know all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, wow, this is amazing. So you're telling me that whatever he's about to tell us to do is based on, his authority. He's been given all authority. And he says, therefore, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey, and I will be with you even to the end of the age. He says, hey guys, the whole reason why you're doing church, the whole reason why you exist is to go and to make disciples. That's the key idea. And that whole thing is based on my authority. And please know that not only does Jesus have authority over everything, this means too that he has authority over Satan and over Satan's ability to do anything to us in our lives. And we don't talk about, the invisible forces of evil like we should. But the fact of the matter is Satan is a defeated foe. Over in Colossians chapter 2, we're going to look at this a little bit more next week. But in Colossians 2, it's amazing, this little passage of what it says. And starting in verse 18 there, and I'll just summarize this for you, but it basically says this, that, hey, Jesus took the legal decree of all of the charges against us. In other words, we were sinners, and there were legal charges from a prosecuting attorney created against us in a courtroom, and they were written down in legal decrees. Jesus took those legal decrees, nailed them on the cross with him, so that it says paid in full. And it says that when he did that, that he absolutely made a public spectacle of all of the authorities. That is, all of the powers and authorities that are the rank and file of Satan and his demons. He made a public display of them and absolutely shamed them by the cross. And so he is a defeated foe. And right now, it says in 1 John that he cannot touch us. He can't do anything to us. And then in Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, it says this, that he is filled with fury. Why? Because his time is short. And so right now, Satan is playing the spoiler role, right? A horrible baseball team, bottom of the whole league, is playing the best couple of teams in the league in the last couple of months of the season. And what do? They just try to be the spoiler. They just try to play those teams in those games and win. They just want to be the ones that keep these other great teams from winning the pennant and going on to the World Series. And so the idea is that's what Satan's doing in our lives. He has no authority. All authority has been given to Jesus, and he's given it to us to get his work done while he's not here. But in the meantime, if we allow Satan to feed us lies and tell us things that aren't true and fall into his schemes and fall into his traps, what we do is we believe something that the spoiler is telling us, and we become something that God never wants us to be and do things that God never wants us to do because we have chosen to go the way of the spoiler.